Representatives of both parties, so I'm going to go ahead and get the hearing started. How I do that is I got to read you a statement I read in every part in every case. When
Okay.
I'm reading it, Ms. Madeira, your case manager is going to swear you in, and then we'll get started with testimony. So good morning. Welcome to the Philadelphia Fair Housing Commission. Again, I'm Allie DeMedeiros. I'm the attorney for the Fair Housing Commissioners. Also present today from the Fair Housing Commission staff is Ms. Brenda Madeira, your case manager. And you'll also see you'll see somebody called PCHR FHC staff. That's Mr. Michael Fontaine. He runs our Zoom hearings for us. Before the hearing, I am required to go over a few things with you. First, you're being recorded. We record all our hearings. By remaining online and participating in the hearing, you are consenting to be recorded. Our Zoom hearings have the same force and effect as if we were in person. The only difference is on Zoom, we do not have a court reporter. In the event either party wanted to appeal a final order of the commission, you can reach out to me or Ms. Madeira, and we will provide you with a copy of the video recording. Please be mindful of what you're saying and doing because it is being recorded. Second, at 9 o'clock this morning, the commissioners and myself, the attorney, met in a private executive session to discuss today's cases. We do that for every hearing day with every case. Lastly, the parties had the opportunity to submit documents. I have the submitted documents saved on my computer and can share them with everyone on the screen. Please keep in mind that the commission generally only reviews the very basic documents in a case prior to a hearing. If you would like a document reviewed by the commission, please reference it by a name, date, or description so that I can post it on the screen for everyone to look at the same time. Thank you very much for listening. With that, I'm going to hand the case over to Ms. Madeira to get everyone's names and spellings and swear you in.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fair Housing Commission. This is the case of Deborah Gallagher versus Justin Benoit. This is our first hearing. This is docket number 2025-01-28-19754. At this time, beginning with the tenant, I would ask you to please state your name and spell it clearly for the recording. You're muted, Ms. Gallagher. Ms. Gallagher, you have to unmute. Okay.
My name is Deborah Gallagher, DebraGallagher.
Thank you. Mr. Benoit, would you please state your name and spell it clearly and relationship to this case, please?
Sure. My name is Justin Benoit, Justin, and that's Benoit, and I am the owner of the property and landlord.
Thank you, sir. So during at this time, I would like to swear you both in. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. During the hearing, as you know, you will have the opportunity to testify. We have documents that you've already submitted to this commission. We would ask you, please, that if there is a document that you wish to be shown on the screen, please make mention of the title of said document. If you're using the date, I would ask you to please use a complete date, which would be the month, the day, and the year of that document. We would ask you not to speak out of place, speak one at a time when spoken to. Do not interrupt nor disrespect each other. We will definitely ask you not to interrupt the commissioners as they proceed over this matter. At the end of the hearing, you will receive an order. You have the right to appeal the final order at the Court of Common Pleas. If you choose to do so, you'll need a copy of this recording that will be transcribed for that purpose. As of this morning, this case is not scheduled for municipal court hearing. Again, my name is Brenda Madeira, and the commission is presiding over this matter. Today is Commissioner Bronson. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. I am Commissioner Brunson. Today we will be holding your hearing. However, because we need 3 commissioners to review this hearing or to hear the evidence, we're going to be holding this hearing under advisement. So I'll just be collecting testimony and evidence from you, and then we'll have 2 other commissioners review, and then you'll be issued an order. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the tenant is the person who filed the complaint, we're going to start with her. So Ms. Gallagher, I just want to ask you a few questions, and then you can explain to me why you filed the complaint.
Okay.
Can you confirm when you filed this complaint?
I filed this complaint. Oh my God. I gotta get my papers. I need my papers.
Does January 23rd, 2025 sound correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And
I'm
can you,
sorry, I can't move around. I'm actually in a wheelchair. I can't move around. I have a broken ankle that I can't be on my foot at all. So I'm
okay, that's fine. If you can confirm that that's the date, then we can move on. Can you give us the address that we are here for today, including city, state, and zip?
sure. It's 1426 Unity Street, Apartment 1, Philadelphia, PA 19124.
Okay. And I'm sorry, the complaint date was it actually January 28th? I said the 23rd, I believe. January
Yes,
28th, that sounds fine.
yes.
And I think Ali is putting it up on the screen.
Yep, I am.
Yes, January 28th. Okay. And at any time during your tenancy, did you receive a document called the Certificate for Renter Suitability?
No,
And at any time during your tenancy or when you moved in, did you receive a lead safe or lead free certificate?
no. The property he bought the property like almost 4 years ago,
Okay.
as is basically.
Can you tell me when your move-in date was?
Um, Justin did a letter, about me to move out, and
No, I want to know when you first moved into the property.
oh, I've been in this property since March 2010.
Okay. And you said you moved in when it was a different landlord?
It was actually the owner, Alexandra Bozganowski was the original owner of the property back in March 2010.
Okay. And when did to your knowledge, when did Mr. Benoit become the landlord?
He's actually the third landlord. Actually, he bought the property 3 years ago. Before the old owner, he passed away. That was up under Thursday. I was still living in the property. Clark's roofer bought the property, and then he kept the property for 5 years, and then Justin bought the property
Okay.
3 years ago.
All right, thank you. And at any time, did you have to give a security deposit?
I did give security deposit to Alexandra Bozganowski, and then I gave Clark's roofer. He had a security deposit.
Okay, you did
But
not give Mr.
when Justin bought the property, Justin said that the owner Clark's telling him that he never gave up him our security deposit. We didn't pay him basically, but we did pay security. Everybody paid security deposit.
Okay, how much is your rent?
My rent right now is $855.
Okay, how much was it when you moved in?
I was paying when I first moved in, when it was Alexandra Bozganowski. I used to live on the second floor. I was paying $550 from upstairs.
Okay, and you said that you did give a security deposit. How much was the security deposit that you gave?
I gave when I first moved in with Alexandra Bozganowski, it's $1,100 when I first moved up in here in 2010.
Was that the security and first month's
First
rent?
month's rent, yes. Security
Okay.
and first month's rent.
All right. And what is your lease now, yearly or month to month?
It's a month-to-month lease.
Okay. And when did you start withholding?
The problem was, here's the problem. Justin's husband, when I told people around the neighborhood, he wasn't going to collect no rent from me for the month of January. So basically, it's going around the neighborhood that I'm not paying none of my rent.
All right, so let's do this. When is the last time you paid rent?
The last time was December.
And
was
January?
No.
Okay, so December 2024 was the last time you paid rent.
Yes.
And it was for the month of December 2024.
Yes, that was the last month I gave.
Okay. And then you received a notice to vacate in January 2025?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. And what did the notice say? Do you have the notice?
Should be on the screen in just a moment.
Okay. All right. Does this look like the notice that you received?
I'm trying to look. It's real small, but yes, that's the notice.
Okay. And is that the only notice that you received, or did you receive others?
There's multiple, actually multiple ones about, for this, because I had 2 dogs back in that is, 2 I had 2 dogs when, Justin first bought the property too, but they was for emotion support animals and,
Okay, no, well, we don't have to
I
get
don't
into
have
that. I
them
just want to know
anymore.
if you had any other notices after that.
After this one, no.
Okay. And so why did you file this, your complaint? Well, what are
Basically,
the issues that you're having?
basically whenever time when I asked for repairs, nothing really gotten done in here. Like my floors, my walls, nothing gotten done.
Okay,
My cabinet is broke.
let's be very specific. When did you ask for repairs? When is the first time that you asked for repairs?
Now there's some repairs that got done because I didn't have no outside light. That got done. I'm still waiting for the toilet to get fixed. That's
Oh,
not
Ms.
done.
Gallagher, I need you to give me dates. So I need you to tell me the first time you asked for a repair, the date, what the repair was, and then what the
Oh.
outcome was.
Well, the bathroom, I was asking for in December for the bathroom, about the toilet.
December of 2024.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
still have not got done.
What did you ask for in the bathroom?
It needs a piece in the toilet. It won't flush all the way. The flat piece, it don't flush.
So
It
the toilet does not, and it's still
it's still
like
the
in that
same
condition?
way, still the same way.
Okay, so that was in, you said January,
That in December, it wouldn't work.
December.
It didn't work in December.
Okay, what other repairs do you have?
The bedroom wall in there, the carpet in there is all old. It's mold.
Okay, when did you ask for that repair?
I just recently asked for the carpet, but I got to
So what was your landlord's response when you asked for the repair for the toilet? What was his response?
Justin was at work, so Justin really didn't know, but his husband, I asked the husband before. It was a competition between Justin's husband and I. It was things going on. He was harassing me,
Okay,
retaliating
well,
on me.
we can't, that is outside of our jurisdiction, so I just need to know what happened when you asked. Did they do the repairs? Did they say that they were going to do the repairs and didn't?
No.
Know what happened?
No, nothing got repaired. Nothing.
Okay. So did they respond to you at all?
Basically, no. Not for the repairs, no.
Okay. It also says, you said your toilet is something with your heater?
There is something wrong with my heater. My heater in my bathroom does not work.
Okay, and did you report that to your landlord as well?
I told the owner's husband. Justin always told the husband about stuff.
You told his husband and nothing happened?
Nothing.
What, did he respond to you at all?
No.
Okay. Your kitchen sink that was also listed in the complaint.
Yes, that's actually it's broke. The cabinets part is all broke.
The cabinet part of the kitchen sink?
Yeah, it's broke.
Does the actual sink work?
The sink does work. It's just the cabinet is broke. It's leaning forward. Actually, it's coming from the wall.
And you reported that to your landlord?
I told them about that. Yes.
And what was the response?
I'll respond from Justin's husband is I had a washer, which I never had. I didn't have a washer.
Okay. The back door?
The back door is completely damaged. It's water damage from the outside of the door. It's like the whole door. You have to slam the door shut. It don't even shut. You have to slam it shut.
Okay, so it closes. You just have to slam it closed.
Yep.
Okay.
It closes. I just have to slam it.
When did you report this?
I been told Justin's husband about it.
You have to give me dates. You can't say you've been told him. I don't know what that is. You have to give us the date.
I've been told him like in I say what maybe in October. I told him about the door, like
October 2024.
Yeah, you can see the door is damaged. You can see it.
Okay. And what was his response?
Nothing.
Okay. You made a complaint about the living room floor. When did you make that complaint?
The living room floor is from the ceiling. It had a hole in the ceiling. It took over a year to fix the ceiling. Actually, I had to pay somebody to come out to fix that myself, but and then Blaze came out. Justin's husband, Blaze, fixed it last time. But the floor is the wood on it is all chipped up and all from water damage.
Okay, when did you let him
That's
know
been
about it?
over it. That's been over a year. That's
Okay.
like I'm gonna say maybe around March of last year that the ceiling.
Okay, so the ceiling is fixed now, though.
The ceiling is definitely fixed now, not the floor.
All right. And did you call L&I?
Okay, that there is a problem because I didn't call L&I. I have a son that's 19 years old, has autism and intellectual disability. He has caseworkers that comes in here. So the caseworker that I had years ago before Justin, I think she reported it to license and inspection. And during COVID time when they bought the property, I think what happened was when everything after COVID opened back up, Justin became the owner during that time. So the caseworker's no longer with Northeast Treatment Center no more, but there is another caseworker that she knows she knows everything what's going on too. But that part there is when they know about when Justin's husband, Blaze, has been harassing me, throwing threats at me, which that's out of your part. But they know the Northeast Treatment Center knows about it. My son's school, PA Virtual Charter School, knows everything about what's going on. My son,
Ms. Gallagher, are there any other repairs or anything that you reported to your landlord that you have not
the carpet, I did ask Justin about the carpet. If I asked if I could rip that up, and the response he said he wanted me to pay him rent. He said that we could work things out. But the problem is I think Justin wants me to move out of here. Basically, he said that basically.
All right. Well,
but I'm not going to pay.
We'll talk to Mr. Benoit, so we'll get his side of it. You don't have to speak for him. I just need to know if there's anything else that you reported to him that you need us to know about. Okay.
Basically, I just want the toilet fixed, the sink fixed, and the floor at least fixed, and that one bedroom in there fixed. That's it.
Okay, and what do you hope to accomplish today what do you want the Fair Housing Commission to do for you today?
What do you think I should, I know I'm still gonna want to moving out. I'm still gonna move out. The problem is right now I can't move because I'm not modem. That's the problem.
Okay. All right. I'm going to hear from your landlord now.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Benoit?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. You've heard the testimony from Ms. Gallagher. Before we get into that, I just want to, I have one or two preliminary questions for you. Do you have a license for this property?
Yes, I do.
When did you get the license?
A couple of months after I bought the property. I have my license code and everything.
Did you submit a copy of the license to the commission?
No, because the thing was, I didn't get notification right away about this hearing. I no longer live at the Orthodox Street address, and I live part-time. I have the property on Unity Street, and I also have a property in Jersey right now, because I have a business there. So I didn't get any communication until last minute, so I wasn't able to submit any documents.
Okay, so we're going to need for you to submit us a copy of your license.
Yes, I can provide that.
Yes, okay. And you've had a license since you owned the property. It has never lapsed.
Yes, that's correct.
Did you obtain a certificate for renter suitability?
I'm pretty sure that I did. I would have to look in my documents, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay. If you did you ever present that to Ms. Gallagher?
No, I
Okay.
didn't. I didn't realize I had to.
Okay. All right. If you do have a copy of that, could you send that as well as the copy of your license to the commission?
Sure. Do you want me to do this after the meeting, or I don't want to interrupt the screen or anything?
No, you can do it after the meeting.
Okay.
And do you have a copy of the lead for your lead safe certificate?
I have to look for that as well too,
Okay, so have you
because I
ever
pretty much
present?
bought the property as is, and I'm pretty sure that the lead testing was included in the documents. So I just
Okay,
have to look for them. I'm actually in Louisiana right now, visiting my elderly parents, so I'm not even in Philly.
okay,
So
that's fine. You can email those things to us if you have them on hand.
sure,
And you've never presented it to Ms. Gallagher, is that correct?
that's correct.
Okay. So you've heard the allegations from Ms. Gallagher. What is your response to her saying that you have not done any, or that you're retaliating to for her?
Well, as far as the retaliation, like I said, I won't get into the drama with her and my husband. I will not do that. But my problem with Miss Gallagher this whole time she's been my tenant has been communication. I've tried to present myself as very easy to work with. I'm always the peacemaker. And I've given her multiple opportunities to be upfront and honest with me. I did buy the property as is. When I bought the property and I was with the sales agent who was showing the property, and she was showing me the whole property. It's 3 stories. And when we got to Miss Gallagher's apartment, the apartment was in disarray. She is a hoarder, so there were areas of her apartment that I couldn't even see or access when I bought the property. So I bought
Okay.
it.
So,
Now, some of the repairs she's saying that, like the carpet, for instance, the carpet wasn't even totally visible until recently when she started moving things out because she told me she was moving out.
okay, so let's go specifically by the things that she stated that she asked to be fixed.
Yes,
So the first thing was the toilet. Did she inform you that the toilet needed to be fixed?
I did hear about the toilet, and my husband was supposed to fix the toilet, but the problem was access and just back and forth issues with them two back and forth. And
Okay.
she didn't alert me or let me know anything that was going on with that.
Okay. And before we get into that, are you holding a security deposit for Ms. Gallagher?
No, as far as the security deposit, and I discussed this with her when I bought the property, I never required any of the tenants to give me any security deposit because I did buy the property as is. They had issues with their last landlord when we bought the property. Miss Gallagher told me she had been there for over 10 years and she was with the original owner. She said when Clark Roofing bought the property, he was basically a slumlord. So he really didn't do much for the tenants. So that was to my understanding. Now, she did tell me she gave Clark Roofing security deposits. However, as a part of my sale, I didn't receive any of those security deposits. And I told her that her and all my other tenants, they can be questioned too. I did tell them that they should be seeking their security deposits back from Clark Roofing, and not
Okay.
because I didn't require them to pay a security deposit when I took over.
All right. Thank you. So back to the repairs. She also made mention of her heater not working. Did she let you know about that?
Not until after the fact, actually. I did not hear anything about that. I want to say until January, and at that point, she had stopped paying rent.
Okay. Um, and then so did she stop paying rent or did you refuse to collect the rent?
No, there's a misconception where she's saying that I refuse to collect the rent. I do work a lot. I am a bartender, so Miss Gallagher and I schedules clash a lot because she works evenings as well too. So my husband would be the one to be on a property collecting the rent, and actually he's the handyman, so he would do the repairs as well too. Um, she's saying that he said he was refusing to take the rent And my response to that is that Miss Gallagher has a problem communicating to me. And when she does that, it turns a mountain into a molehill. It just makes everything worse. And so I told her, had she would have told me of any issues, she could have contacted me directly. I am her landlord. I would have never refused her rent, and we may have never been in this situation right now. So no, I didn't even know anything about that. And
Okay.
I've never refused to take rent from her at all.
Okay. And then she also mentioned the kitchen sink, the cabinet on the kitchen sink. Did she let you know about that?
Now that kitchen sink was already broken when we bought the property, and I had put in the lease as well and had spoke verbally to all the tenants to let them know that I did not want any type of washing machines or hoses. Since the water bill is under my name, I did not want anything like that running up water bills and stuff like that. So all the tenants knew that I didn't want that. But when I bought the property, she did have a washing machine in there that she was hooking up with the hose to the sink. So the sink was already broken when I got the property. But my main thing with repairs with Miss Gallagher's apartment was that she hoarded so much and it was hard to gain access to even fix anything. Her kitchen was in disarray. So we couldn't even access things to fix. She had a bad roach problem. It was various issues with her apartment that prevented us from fully, renovating and fixing it.
Okay. And just a couple more, the back door.
No, I knew nothing about the back door.
So
Nothing. And
she
this is
never
stuff,
informed you about the back door?
no, and this seems like it's something that just came up after she stopped paying the rent.
Okay. And then the living room floor.
The living room floor. Now, I talked about it with her because I did have a meeting with her. I showed up to the property. It's actually the last time she actually let me in because I was just at the property a couple of weeks ago to talk and see what was going on because she told me she was going to be leaving. At first, it was March 1st. Then it turned into, before that, she was saying April on a court document. So I was going there to check in to see what was going on, trying to talk it out. And she was talking about the carpets and everything. And when I walked in the apartment, it was actually the cleanest that I've seen her apartment in the several years that I've had the property. I was able to see things that I didn't even see when I bought the property. Since I bought it as is,
All right. Thank you.
as far as
Thank
the
you.
mold or anything like that, I couldn't even see that because she had stuff cluttering the walls.
Okay. Thank you. Last thing I want to ask you is about the open L&I violations. Are you aware of those violations?
No, and any violations that I had violations last year that were taken care of with my fire system. As far as anything else open, I don't know of anything about that. I was just at L&I recently.
Okay. So can you see our screen?
I can see the screen.
Okay, so there on the screen, it shows the violations that are currently open for this property,
From 2024.
2023. It was open on 2023 and it was updated on 2024. But they're all they failed inspection, so that means that they're still open.
Okay, well that's confusing because I've been to court with L&I twice since 2023, and I've had repairs done, I've paid fines, and everything was supposed to be cleared out. So those are court documented.
Okay.
I believe the last court hearing I had with L&I was probably in October.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it could be possible that they just haven't gotten a chance to update it,
updated.
so you might want to call them and have them do that. So I think I have everything that I need from you, Ms. Gallagher. I have one follow-up question for you.
Okay.
Okay, so as far as your landlord refusing to collect your rent, did you reach out to Mr. Benoit to give him his rent?
He said to me that we could work things out, even with the back rent, we could work things out. But the problem is, me and his husband don't I don't know. Me and his husband, I just feel like he does
So
it
Ms.
like,
Ms. Gallagher, specifically, I want to know if you talked to Mr. Benoit. I understand that you've had some communication with his husband, but Mr. Benoit is your landlord. So have you spoken to Mr. Benoit about paying your rent?
not lately, no.
Did Mr. Benoit refuse to take your rent?
No, not him.
Okay, that was the question that I had.
Not Justin, no.
Okay. So I think that I have all of the information that I need, Ms. Gallagher. Is there anything further that you need to let us know that you haven't already told us about this case?
No.
Okay.
No.
Mr. Benoit, are there any last things that you would like to let us know that you haven't already told us?
Yeah, basically, I just want to respond to what Miss Gallagher just said about trying to work things out. I did try to go to her several times since she hasn't paid rent since December. And like she just admitted, she never contacted me, and I've never refused rent from her. And I've been trying to work with her. She said she was going to move in April. I did send a notice to vacate because there were issues going on with her and my husband. There were things pending, restraining orders, stuff like that. So I did send a notice to vacate. She hadn't paid the rent. The apartment was in disarray, but I was willing to try and give her a chance to work it out. But she was refusing contact. And I was just there a couple of weeks ago, like I said, and I could hear her. She has multiple people staying in my property, and I just need access to my property sometimes, and sometimes I just want to talk to her. But
Okay.
I hear various people there. She has kids and everything staying there that are not on the lease.
All right, thank you. So for those documents that we need from you, Mr. Benoit, the copy of your license, the
Yes.
CRS, the certificate for renter suitability, if you have it, and the lead document.
Okay.
We need you to submit those to us by 5 p.m. on Friday. You can email them.
Okay.
Okay. So again, because this hearing is just one commissioner today, we need to have 2 more commissioners review the evidence and testimony that you just gave, and then we'll issue a final order. But we are done for right now, so you both can be dismissed.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This means it will happen.
All right, let's see how thank you.
You're welcome.